In this video, I'll be solving the 15th problem of IOQM 2024 paper. So let x be the set consisting of 20 positive integers n, n plus 2 and so on till n plus 38. The smallest value of n for which these three numbers a, b, c belong to x, not necessarily distinct, form the sides of an equilateral triangle is. So first, when do we have an equilateral triangle? So for example, if we are having a less than or equal to b less than or equal to 3. So then first like we'll be having triangle inequality. So triangle inequality says a plus b is greater than c. Then we also have the acute angle triangle. So if it is an acute angle triangle, a square plus b square must be greater than c square. The largest side, the square of the largest side in the acute angle triangle must be less than sum of squares of the other two sides. And so we can case the worst case triangle inequality. So the worst case triangle inequality shows like if c can be the maximum value, and let's take a and b to be very minimum value, that's n. So that means 2n is greater than n plus 38. So that means n is greater than 38. So that means n is greater than or equal to 39. On the other hand, so worst case for acute angle. So worst case for acute angle, acute condition. So that is, we have like a is equals to b is equals to 1 and c is n plus 38. So that means n square plus n square is greater than n plus 38 whole square. So that means 2n square is greater than n square plus 76n plus 1444. So that means n square minus 76n minus 1444 is greater than 0. So if we take the discriminant, so that is 76 square plus 4 times 1444. So 76 square is 5776 plus 4 times 1444, that is also 5776, which is 11552. So square root of this thing will be somewhere around some 107.5. So if we consider n is 76 plus or minus 107.5 by 2, which is approximately some 91.75. So the inequality holds for n is greater than or equal to 92. So we are asked about the smallest value of n for which these three numbers not necessarily distinct from the sides of an acute angle triangle. So here the worst case we are getting n is greater than or equal to 39. Here we are getting n is greater than or equal to 92. So intersection of n is greater than or equal to 39 and intersection with n is greater than or equal to 92. So that is nothing but n is greater than or equal to 92. So the minimum value of n, or the smallest value of n that satisfies this property, is 92. So that's it for this video. We'll meet in the next video.